Hey guys, today we're going to change a broken rear strut on this 2008 Subaru Tribeca. If this video is helpful, can you smash that thumbs up button, leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm, really helps out a lot. So if your strut is not broken, you can go watch this shorter video that I'll have linked up here or down in the description. First thing we're going to do is crack our lug nuts loose and jack up our vehicle and then take our wheel off. Now we're going to take out these rear compartment hatches. These basically just pull out like that. Take these out of the way. Now we're going to take a Phillips screwdriver and unscrew these plugs, and then we can pull those out. There's two over here underneath the toolkit, right there and right there. So with these, you're just going to unscrew them. This kind of raises up a little plug. When it starts twisting like that, you can just kind of wiggle and pull this out. Now we can lift this tray right out of here. Now we need to remove this little plastic cover right here. So stick like a screwdriver or something in there, pop that off, remove that bolt, and do the same thing over here. Those bolts are 10 millimeter. Now to get this compartment out, you need to shove it forward and then lift, and then you can take it right out. Now we have access to our strut mount covers on both sides. So these pop out really easy. Just gonna come in here, take a screwdriver, pry tool, kind of pry that out like that. Then you have access to your strut mount. This is what we've got. The shock broke off from the top strut tower up here. So what I have here is a strut spring compressor tool. I'll have a link in the description for this tool if you want to buy it on Amazon. You can rent these at any of the big chain auto parts stores. You pay for the tool, use it, return it in good condition, and then you'll get your money back. So what we're going to do here is put this over top of the spring, push this in there to lock it in, and then adjust the bolt here. Push that in so it's locked in. And we're going to stick the other one over here. You want them to be on opposite sides, so it's pulling against each other, not like right on top of each, or right beside each other, because that's not going to do you a lot of good. Once you got them on here, this style takes a 3/4 inch wrench or a 19 millimeter, and you just go to work, tighten one side a little bit, then go to the other side and tighten the other side, and just keep working back and forth. All right, I don't have this like perfectly loose, but it's to where when I pull on it or like kind of twist it, things are loose down here. Next thing we're going to do is come down here to the bottom of the strut and take off this 17 millimeter nut. If you're having issues getting this nut to break loose, this is a great way to do it. Get a jack, put it under your ratchet, start jacking up, and you'll break that nut loose. This is a good sign. Put enough torque on here to where this whole assembly here moved down, and this spring actually came out of the top strut mount here. So we know we've got enough compression here to where when we take this out, it's not going to do anything crazy. So we're going to take this bolt out right here. I'm just going to get a hammer and tap it until it starts going through there. You might need to get a ratchet on the other side, which you might have already noticed you need something to hold this side to keep the bolt from spinning. All right, we've got this kind of loose here now. I'm going to take out the top strut mount right here. So we're going to go in the trunk. We're going to take out these two 14 millimeter nuts. Break loose pretty easy. If yours didn't just fall right out, then you might need to do a little finagling here to get that out. Once we've got that out, we can start working on this and trying to yank this out, getting it free of that bushing down there. So you just gotta work and tug at it. I just took my breaker bar in here and kind of pulled down on this. You can kind of see maybe a little bit that gives you a little bit more clearance. Pushed this over underneath the strut mount here and it just came right loose. Now that we've got this out, we're just gonna start slowly backing these off. You know, do this one a little bit, do this one a little bit, and work it until you can get these off. Now it's just time to reinstall your new strut. I got these on Amazon, a pair of them. I'll have them linked down in the description below. When you're reinstalling this, it's not going to want to just go right back in. There's not quite enough room. So I am removing this nut right here. And then we are going to push this bolt out, and this arm should go down a little bit and give you enough clearance to be able to get underneath there, bolt that back on. And then you can put a jack under here if you need to push it back up to where you can get this bolt back in. An important thing to note when putting this back in is this metal tab sticking up right here. That needs to go towards the front of the vehicle when you reinstall this. If you don't, then it will not go all the way up flush with the shock mount. The reason for that is because right inside here, inside the strut mount, they put a little bolt right there. And if that tab is on this side, it hits that bolt and it won't go all the way up flush. From here, it's just basic reassembly the way you took it apart. We're going to put our nuts back on up here in the shock mount, reinstall our plate over top of there, reinstall the trunk floor, then put our bolt back in here for the lower strut mount, and then jack this up, put our bolt back in there, put our wheel back on, and you're done. When you're reassembling, I like to put a little bit of anti-seize on the bolts and stuff. When I put it back, you don't need a ton, just a bit like that. And then when you turn the nut on, it'll smear around. That just helps reassemble a little bit easier, and it also helps if you ever have to do this again, makes it easier coming apart. So if you found this video helpful, smash that thumbs up button, leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for watching and have a good one.